Hey guys, welcome back. So I'm going to keep the volume a little low today because people are asleep. So I will try to enunciate enough so that you guys can understand me and that I don't mumble. Anyway, let's get to the point. I am packing up the droid right now to go to an event at the Rancho Cucamonga Library. They have Star Wars Reads Day there every year, and it's a huge event. And all the businesses around the library theme out the entire street. They have events from like 10 in the morning until, excuse me, from like 10 in the morning until 6 in the evening. So it's a very fun event to attend. Thousands of people show up. But anyway, while I'm packing this up, I was realizing I hadn't covered any of my rechroming of my arms, which I did this week. Now, these are my original fiberglass arms, which are being replaced with 3D printed arms, but the 3D printed arms that were almost done for me ended up going on the suit that I made for Adam Savage for his Chewbacca costume, because the arms I was working on for him, I did not have a chance to finish. So my 3D printed arms are gone. So I'm using my fiberglass arms for a little longer until I can print a new set. But the thing is, my fiberglass arms were the very first thing that I chromed on my suit. When I was learning how to do the spray chrome, that was the first thing I did were the arms. And they just did not look good to me. There were a lot of dark spots, and the silver was not very bright. I had too much tint. I kind of covered this in one of my videos just recently. I compare my really shiny newer chrome to my older chrome, which was darker. And my whole suit is a little dark, but the arms and legs in particular always really bother me in photos. So I would like to redo all of that stuff, but I figured I could get the arms done because I was chroming a whole bunch of stuff over at Frankie Bolito's shop. And what I did is I just really quickly did these. I didn't do a proper job on this at all. Typically what I would do is, if I was going to do it properly, I would sand everything down to the base coat or maybe even to the fiberglass, reprimer it, wet sand everything down to at least 600 grit, so it's very smooth, and then put my base coat down, which the base coat I use under the silver is just an automotive clear coat. And I get a really glossy, shiny finish. And then I put down my silvering chemicals, then I put down a clear coat, and then I put down a tint coat, and then I put down another clear coat. So that's what would usually go into each set of parts when I do this. But for this, all I did was took a Scotch-Brite pad and roughed up the surface on the old finish. I didn't sand down anything. I just roughed up the surface so that the new finish would have something to grip onto. And then I redid the clear coat, base coat, which is my base coat under the silver, my silver coat, one clear coat, and then the tint coat. And I didn't do another clear coat on top. I just saved a step there, hardly sanded. So there are spots where you can see the old chip marks right here, where when the suit rubs together, it's a high friction point and it rubs through the paint. I didn't do any cleanup. I just sprayed right over that. So it's probably going to come undone relatively quickly, but overall, I just want this to be brighter in pictures until I get the 3D printed arms done. So there's our first look at that. I also, let's put this down, I redid all the pistons, which were also super dark and gross, and now they're nice and bright. So those are going to look a lot better. And I redid the 3D printed hands that I've been using, because these, they're really comfortable to wear compared to the fiberglass hands, and they're easier to put on than the the flexible urethane hands, which also have trouble holding paint. So I like these 3D printed hands a lot. Although this is not these are going to get replaced soon too, because I have a new 3D model that I've just almost finished with. So I'll be printing a new set as well. But I figured I may as well chrome these also. So again, I didn't do any prep work really. I just sprayed the clear coat right over the gold spray paint. Terrible gold spray paint, but that's what was on my 3D hands for a while. Sprayed my clear coat, silver, another clear coat over the silver, and then a tint coat, just like I did with the arms. Very quickly done. So on the inside, you can see all the print lines. You can still see the print lines on the outside, because I have really not done cleanup on these. There's just enough paint to kind of hide it. But if you're more than a few feet away from the camera, you know, or even people looking at it, even in person, they look pretty good up close. But, you know, when I do the new ones, I'm going to properly clean everything, and they're going to be super nice. But Anyway, figured I'd show you guys that. So if you're interested in doing the chroming and you just need to like just cover something up quickly and you don't care, like I don't care about these parts that much, it's not a big deal to take some shortcuts. Now, will they hold up for a long time? Probably not, but I'm not going to use them for a long time, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, figured I'd show you guys that. Slight update, should improve the look of the suit quite a bit, especially outdoors, because in direct sunlight, all those dark areas on the old arms really showed up a lot, and I'm kind of glad that those will not be there anymore. But all right, guys, I am gonna go pack this crap up, and I'll be back soon.